Thank you for joining us this evening. I am Claire Fittian-Green, and I am honored to have served on the board of the Mitch Daniels Leadership Fellowship for 6 years now and currently serve as board chair. It has been a wild ride with some incredible people, past and current board members, past and current staff. Tonight, we honor our 4th Daniels Prize recipient. It's an award meant to recognize Hoosiers whose life's work has lifted the state to a new plane of thought, aspiration, expectation, and action in the spirit of our namesake, Mitch Daniels, and his own leadership. In 2013, a jury of eminently respected Hoosiers were tasked with selecting the inaugural Daniels Prize recipient, Tim Solso, the retired chairman and chief executive officer of Cummins. Since then, 2 other Daniels Prize honorees have been named: Jim Morris, Vice Chairman of Pacer Sports and Entertainment, and Scott Dorsey, the Managing Partner at High Alpha. And I think Scott is here with us this evening. Please stand so we can recognize you, Scott. Hard to see with the lights. Thanks for being here, Scott. Thanks for all your support. This evening, I am so honored to be up here and with all of you, honoring a man whose indispensable leadership has made and continues to make an enormous difference, Bill Oesterle. Bill is currently the executive chairman and co-founder of Make My Move. He's served in executive leadership positions at Our Health, Angie's List, and CID Equity Partners, and also managed the successful 2004 Mitch Daniels for Governor campaign. And I see some green t-shirts in the audience that look a little familiar, my man Mitch. Bill is a Harvard Business School and Purdue University graduate and a founder of the Orr Fellowship Program. Bill has had a profoundly positive impact on the lives of countless people in Indiana. He's an innovator, a deep thinker who consistently challenges Hoosiers to think bigger about how we can create positive change in our state. He is also a bold and fearless advocate for policies and initiatives he believes will help Indiana continue to flourish. Bill exemplifies the Mitch Daniels Leadership Foundation principles of personal responsibility, individual liberty, and the importance of private industry. Please stand with me as we congratulate our 2022 Daniels Prize recipient, Bill Oesterle.
Claire, on a side note, of all of Bill's accomplishments, he thinks that being responsible for you to be a Hoosier here is up the top, so. These remarks are delivered by Ben Lado. He's my old friend and OG Mitch warrior. Thank you, Bill, or Ben. Thank you, Bill. This is an honor. I hope I can hit the mark. Thank you. This is wonderful, truly wonderful. There are many reasons why winning the Mitch Daniels Award is incredible, but far and away the best reason is he has to sit there and listen to me for the next 5 minutes, whether he likes it or not. Just between you and me, it was a very good thing for me that he wasn't on the selection committee for this award. For over 30 years, I've had the remarkable experience of living in the orbit of Mitch Daniels. Even though I was just a tiny asteroid caught in the giant gravitational pull of his presence, the experience was extraordinary. I wish I had time to tell you all the stories and share his endless attributes, but I don't. So I picked one of my very favorite things about Mitch to talk about today. Mitch Daniels has a powerful sense of adventure. It is an underappreciated feature of his. Let me tell you about adventure. Adventure involves big ideas. It involves real risk. As a result, it demands courage. By definition, the outcome of an adventure is uncertain, and there is a meaningful cost in failure. In my mind, adventure involves and impacts a lot of people. Events without these things are simply contests, not much more than games. In 2004, Mitch took an ordinary contest for governor and he turned it into an adventure. For him, the election was about much more than just winning office. No, he set out to change the very idea of what it meant to be a Hoosier. You see, in 2004, the zeitgeist of the previous 150 years was that Hoosiers hate change. Our alleged narrow-mindedness was the stuff of historians' entire books. It was the political dogma that powered every political talking head. Mitch rejected this lazy view. In fact, he despised it. So instead of simply running for office, he undertook an adventure to destroy this conventional wisdom. When it was over, he quite literally rewrote Indiana's history. It is one of the highlights of my life that I was a bit player in that grand drama. I don't have the time to tell you all the amazing stories about that special campaign. It was something to behold. I would call the whole thing unique, but it turns out it wasn't. After leaving the governorship, Mitch immediately launched a new adventure at my beloved Purdue University. It has been no less ambitious or impactful. Mitch is directly or indirectly responsible for all my own big adventures. They have defined me, and I have loved them all. But my time for adventure is nearly over. So I'm here to ask, what is your plan? If you are looking for projects, let me suggest a few. Indiana's public health ranks 41st in the country. Our civic health is 42nd. Critically, we are 40th in average educational attainment, and the average is declining. So is our total employable workforce. Let that sink in. For the first time in history, we will have fewer able-bodied workers than in the years before. Mitch's motto for the state was aiming higher. I fear that is becoming, well, we can't fall off the floor. These problems are enormous. If you don't have solutions today, so what? Adventures don't begin with solutions. They begin with big problems and a bunch of courage. The courage to combat problems armed only with the belief that you can solve them. The courage to marshal the people and the resources. The courage to believe that you can win. Mitch has provided us all with a master class in public courage. Mitch often quotes John Adams. As a final bit of encouragement, I will quote him here. Quote, "Public business, my son, must always be done by somebody. It will be done by somebody or other. If wise men decline it, others will not. If honest men refuse it, others will not." End quote. If not you, then who? Mitch ignited all the great adventures in my life. I am so very, very grateful to him. What adventure will he inspire for you? Bill.
This is off script, but I got Christie's permission just to say a word. I have to correct the record on a couple of points. First of all, this is no bit player you're looking at. He was the central figure. Talking to me into that fool mission was Oesterle. The RV, the whole campaign that became an icon. It's in the State Museum now. That's Oesterle. Green and white. Color of new, color of spring, color of change. That was Oesterle. And everything we did together. Second thing, about courage. You know, Churchill said, courage is the most important virtue because it makes possible all the others. So nobody here needs to think of me as courageous. Oesterle, I don't have 1/10, 100th the courage that you've shown. Indiana's in your debt forever.